Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a Wet n Wild CenturyLink field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, look at the Jew. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down. 2-2 jet bomber. 2-2 jet bomber. Slam. Under 10. 10. Check. Hey, Sam on. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Hart. He's going to look deep down the field. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, no, switch the mic right here. Go Mike 40. I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the gun, Hart. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. Jayon Brown came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A first carry from Leonard Fournette. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Let's get it. Hey, G-Line, let's get in there.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Davis now to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
64, wait, you're out. Check 25, check 25.
On 1st and 10, Hart. So left side, it's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 53 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
There you go. What twist? What?
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
There's Jackson on third and long. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Looking to throw. Hart going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
On second down now, it's Dixon trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Come on, set. 60 on. Let's go. We got this. We got this. General West. Look. Squeeze.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Front stand, defense.
Back.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Check 43!
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I can't believe they even let you play. Switch. He's crafting. He's checking crack.
Now Jackson going to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. At their own 31-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
8-3. Come on. We got 3.
Back to throw. Hart. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hart looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. What a first half he's putting together. He's over 200 yards receiving already, and he has a first down there.
Turn 2 stop.
Throwing on first down. Hart looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And able to work his way down to the 16. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
60 Pittsburgh.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 78 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Try to lay one up deep. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.